welcome to the live look-in. As you can see, we are getting ready for round number 3 of the Ultimate.
I was just making some Coaster Radio tote bags, Mike.
Oh, very nice. Look at those. Those look very beautiful.
Little Coaster Radio tote bags.
I like those. You always have like cool stuff.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Getting the Patreon, everybody. Sorry, yeah. I interrupted you. I was in the middle of crafting, Mike.
Oh, no, that's okay. I like it. That's all right. Hey, so what we're looking for is people who are in the chat. If you can just let us know if our mix is doing well for you out there. If the mix sounds good, we're experimenting with that. In the meantime, I'm going to start posting EB just to all of our social media, let people know that we are here and we are live. And then we'll get going. We'll have some fun here and do it.
All right.
We are sending to everyone who has the app.
Oh, should I get a notification from the app?
You should. If you have notifications on.
Do I?
Then you should. All right. Everybody's in the chat room. Can you give us a everything sounded good? Everything sounding
Your sound off mic to me.
Oh, I sound off mic to you?
Indeed.
Well, that's not good. Hang on, let's see what's going on here. Oh, no wonder, because it says I'm on display. Okay, hang on 1 second. I got to go away and then I'll come back.
Bye.
Bye. I'm going to leave the studio, but I'll be back.
What's up, people? Now it's just me. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Mike is back.
Now it should be better, right?
Oh, you sound great.
There we go. There we go. That was it. Sorry. And it looks like we were rolling the whole time. We did not start rolling, so I think we are okay. We are all right. Oh, but you know what? I do, hang on. And I do have to share the screen again. We have to set that back up. What's the point of having everything set up ahead of time if it's just going to get messed up? There we go.
Okay. This is the behind the scenes that people are here for, Mike.
That's what people like, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now everybody's on there saying that fixed it. Now we are good. It's funny. I set all that up ahead of time, but something must have just gotten messed up. So,
well, it's when it connects, right? Whenever it connects or you launch a new app or something like that, it's like, oh, your settings might want to change.
Yeah, I think that's it. So
it's Clippy. Clippy comes in and he's like, oh, I think you're trying to start a podcast. Let me help.
Yeah. So, yeah, Clippy. Hey, Clippy. So here's what we're going to do. If you guys are watching the webcast right now, you're going to see there is a website that is on there, game.coasterradio.com.
Oh, yes. I have to
yes. What you need to do is you're watching this webcast on one device. Go ahead and grab any other device and go to game.coasterradio.com. It'll ask you for your name. That's when you put in whatever name you want us to see as you're playing the game. And then you are in. So we are going to
ding, right?
Oh, yeah, there we go. So people are signing up right now. We're going to give you a little bit of time to go ahead and do that.
Game will begin shortly. The trivia game has not started yet. Once activated, this area will allow you to play! So game.coasterradio.com, put in your name and stand by. This is a dual screen situation, yes. Mike. We are broadcasting right now.
Absolutely.
It's the future.
That's true. That's true. So we're just going to hang out here for about 5 minutes and let people join in. Because we have posted on social media, people are coming in and maybe forgetting. So we want to get as many players as possible in here.
Yeah. And while we're waiting, Mike, I do want to, this can be sort of like the exclusive content for the folks who are here on time.
Yes.
I know in the 20 years of Coaster Radio, we have had the occasional podcast feud. Ooh. And I wonder if it's time to start a new one.
Oh, no. Do we need a feud? We have not feuded in a while. And we usually do not start the feuds, by the way.
Well, maybe this one. we either don't start the feuds or we make them an excuse as to why it was them first. And I think that's the situation. So
I
there's
don't
this
even
new
know about this.
podcast.
Okay.
There's a new podcast, and it is called A Theme Park Podcast.
It's called A Theme Park Podcast?
And we are the original theme park podcast.
Yes.
And it's A Theme Park Podcast, but park is spelled like Pahk, P-A-H-K.
Yeah,
Like
are they from Boston or something?
I
Is that the
guess
joke?
so. But
Yeah.
what I appreciate is that when they talk about their new podcast, A Theme Park Podcast, people will type into Google A Theme Park Podcast, which hits us. So I'm very pleased about that.
Yeah.
But they have a news segment at the top, followed by quick hits.
Oh, wait a minute.
So it's A Theme Park Podcast.
Yeah.
And it's got a new segment.
Really call it Quick Hits?
It's called Quick Hits. And they don't know.
There's a main news thing at the top, like their first main story, then Quick Hits.
They have headlines first. It's not one story, so it's not a first one story. It is headlines first and then Quick Hits, but they do call it Quick Hits. And they don't know how. They don't know. I hate to bring Coaster Radio full circle and call people coaster posers.
No, don't do it. Don't do it, because that's not,
he's like, yeah, there's this park. It's, there's the new SpongeBob hotel. It's coming to Kissimmee, Florida.
Yeah.
And Nickelodeon's been around for a long time. I think there's like an indoor park somewhere around New York that's got that right now, I think. And it's like,
interesting.
My guy.
That was us back in the day, though. That was us back go back 20 years. We were.
You don't know. You don't know.
I believe the criticism was, how do they not know where Holiday World is? I remember that.
And how does this guy not know American Dream and Kissimmee?
Yeah.
Kissimmee?
Yeah, it is interesting that he
like Kissimmee.
Yeah, because that's something you learn as a park fan, especially because
Anyway, but it's him by himself, and I kind of want to start it as a friendly feud because I want to help him out, and so I'm hoping that everybody listening right now, the dozens that we have here in the live look-in, before the show even starts, go find this guy, The Theme Park Podcast, so P-A-H-K. He's got 10 episodes out right now. They're not bad.
Okay.
It's one guy. There is editing. You can hear the edits. So he's cleaning himself up. And it's basically him by himself reading notes and reading articles. And it's fine.
That's hard. It's hard to do a solo park podcast. It's very hard to do.
Yes.
That's hard to do.
And I did just discover this, about an hour and a half before we started recording, so I did not have time to do my research, Mike.
Yes.
To actually find out about, like you said, is he from Boston, Pahk? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know anything.
That would make sense, yeah. But
right, and I don't even know. Like, I could look it up on my phone right now because I did subscribe to his podcast. I think I'm like subscriber 108.
Yeah. It's funny when we do a new segment
daily?
On here.
Hold on. Yeah. Okay.
I do a ton of research before we name anything on here to make sure that we don't name something after something someone else has done.
Something else that already exists. It's a weekly podcast. So he started this thing back at the end of May.
Yeah. Like, remember we had a game show called Last Fan Standing?
Yes.
I did so much research to make sure that wasn't already being done. And then after we did it, like a month later, I found something that somebody else, and I don't think it was a game. I think it was the name of their podcast or something like that, but still. But I don't know. I wonder, odds are it's somebody who didn't know that we do a segment called Quick Hits as our second segment, but you never know. You never know. Might be like, hey, that's a good idea. I'll do it too. Why not?
I'm stealing it. A Theme Park Podcast. I'm trying to find what this guy's name is here. I'm looking it up. But yeah, everybody go find it and subscribe to it and send him an email and say, I like your podcast. Not as good as Coaster Radio, though.
As long as he doesn't play the same like little music interlude before we do Quick Hits. He doesn't do that? All right.
No, he does not. He doesn't. He did not steal our dear friend.
I thought you were going to say that there's somebody like bashing us out there and it was time to start a feud with them. Like that, that happens.
No, I'm just looking to pick a fight. Anybody that even comes like close, like it's like, Roller Coaster Radio Podcast. That's it. Throw down.
Right. Yeah. I like though that that we do not start the fight. We always respond to them, but we don't start. Even back in the old days,
he's got some good AI artwork.
That's good.
people get mad at him for that. Maybe that's a reason to hate on him.
Yeah.
He's got a sad Mr. Six.
Oh.
All right, I'm trying to find like more about this guy. He's got 109 videos posted. He posts a lot of shorts. That's how I found him.
Good.
I think is on shorts. Yeah, he's got 141 subscribers. He's at Theme Pack Pod. So Pack again is PAHK. Theme Pack Pod.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm promoting a different podcaster on our podcast.
Yeah, I know. You're giving it a lot of time. This is good.
But we're supportive.
Yeah.
In our own like mean way.
I think one of the good things about us over the years is that we have tried to support other podcasts and other and the other ones who have come along with us, like the guys at In the Loop and the Drunk Riders and all those guys and Coaster 101 podcast. Like
maybe I'm cursing him. Yeah.
But it's good. It's good to spread the word.
He says.
Because even the people watching this live webcast right now will go and check him out and at least take a listen. That's good.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, he does say
it's a good idea because you know what? Like this has been done so many times. It's hard to find a new angle. So if that's his angle, I like it. Oh, that's good.
It's just him.
It's so hard.
It's great.
Yeah. What I mean,
there's no way he can sustain this. There's no way he can sustain it.
It's hard. It's hard to sustain.
I did see on here again. I don't know when you're ready to get going, but he is talking about the Dollywood attraction, and he's got a different rendering of it than I think we saw.
Oh,
that we talked about. There's like a rendering where it's like an old covered wagon flying through, and then he's talking about the SpongeBob Hotel restaurant that's coming.
Cool
to Orlando or Kissimmee. Excuse me,
Kissimmee.
Kissimmee, Kissimmee, ooh la la.
Kissimmee mucho. That's like Dean Martin song.
All right. Oh, and there's that creature from the Black Lagoon ride. Don't even get me started on that. Talk about stealing stuff.
Who's talking about that?
He's talking about it on his podcast.
What? That's copyright of I think Tim Wilson.
That's right.
I remember that.
Real design contest.
Yeah.
Dan in the chat room. No, this is a BG Reynolds.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah.
That's what this is. Yeah. From the Tiki Takeover.
All right, my friends. I think we are ready to go. We've probably got everybody. So once again, if you are watching and you want to play the game, just head to game.coasterradio.com. In just a second, we'll take that. We'll leave that up there for a while, I guess, in case people come in halfway and want to play as we go.
Talking about the chat room, Mike, there are requests in here for the Ushka Ushka song to come back, and I think we do have a trip report in this episode.
We could do that.
If you can cue that up, I do like it too.
I don't have it loaded in, but I can always do it during the edit. So
all right.
Yes, just to let you guys know too, we're recording.
That's what they all say. That's what they all. It's like, oh, don't worry, I'll add it in the edit.
Yeah. Oh, but I will.
Yeah.
If we mention it, it goes in. Just to let everybody know, we're recording 2 shows tonight. This is actually the show that plays a week from now. Then we're going to record this week's show. EB and I have got some, breaks and stuff like family trips and
summer
things.
vacay.
Yeah. So we are going to basically be doing like half-hour shows over the next 5 or 6 weeks or something. So recording 2, taking, and so basically for you guys, it'll always be a new show. For us, we're taking a week off in between. So
Sunday the 20th, Mike, I'll say it right now. Sunday the 20th of this month, I will be in Denver, Colorado. I'm going to try and get to Lakeside Park late. So maybe like 7, 8 o'clock. I really, really want to go to Lakeside Park and ride the Chipmunk.
Great.
So anybody in Denver, that's news for you.
There you go. Beautiful. If you guys are ready, let's go ahead. EB, what I was going to do is so that we can add the ad is take a break after question 5.
Okay.
So we'll do this like this will be the show for episode 24. So we'll do it that way. Also for you guys, we won't say it as we record, but remember what you were seeing on YouTube right now is literally 20 seconds after we say it. So
don't watch YouTube.
You got to be watching your phone because that's when the questions will come up 20 seconds earlier. So you got to be watching your phone the whole time. We'll try to give you a little bit of warning on that. We might pause for 10 seconds, but just make sure you look at your phone, especially for that first question when you hear that we're getting ready to play. Because there is a delay.
This is a dual screen situation. So you're watching the live podcast on a 20-second delay on YouTube, but you have to look at game.coasterradio.com on your second device to play the game. You're going to get kicked out if you're not on game.coasterradio.com. That's where you have to play.
Yeah. Because remember, this is a fastest finger, get the right answer as fast as you can for
wager the
more
points and the whole thing. That's right. And Ryan,
Yes.
Casa Bonita at lunchtime on Sunday the 20th, and that's why I'm hoping I can get to Lakeside Park in Denver in the evening.
Yeah.
In the chat room. Or chat room.
Good. All right.
Okay.
I think we have given everybody long enough. So if you are ready, EB, let's do this. Let's go
I
ahead and get
am,
ready.
and I don't know the questions here, so I'm playing along with everybody.
Oh, good. That'll be fun. Okay. So here we go. This is just like a normal show open, then we'll jump right into it. Just
Great.
remember, we'll take a break after 5. Sounds good. Okay. Stand by. Here we go, everybody. Making it look like we're prepping for the show. Hey, everybody, and welcome to the original theme park podcast. You are listening to Coaster Radio. My name is Mike. I am here with my friend EB, and we are getting ready to talk theme parks and thrill rides.
That's right, Mike. This is an episode I think people have been waiting for months now at this point. It is the next round of the Ultimate.
Yes, round 3 of our game show celebrating our 20th anniversary here at Coaster Radio. We've already done rounds 1 and 2, and the whole point of this is we are going to do 5 rounds of this game show total. So there will be 5 listeners who qualify for the final game that we will play on the second to last episode of season 20. And we are really searching for who is the ultimate theme park fan, but also fan of this podcast.
Right. So just the ultimate in general, theme park fan of Coaster Radio, longtime listener. We're doing 5 rounds of the Ultimate. Those are the 5 semifinalists, or the 5 finalists, I guess, that are going to the final showdown at the end of this calendar year. And we will have one grand prize winner who is going to be crowned the Ultimate. The questions can be about parks. The questions can be about roller coasters. The questions can be about the podcast itself. We have listeners right now watching us live at game.coasterradio.com ready to play. And we are not doing news tonight. This is the episode of Coaster Radio.
Yes, this is pretty exciting. So for round 1 that we played at the very beginning of this season, Tom from Louisville won that. So he moved on to the finals. When we played round 2 just a couple of months ago, Dale from Dayton was the winner of that. So who will it be tonight? This is pretty exciting.
It's going to be me, Mike. I have not seen the questions, and I'm going to defeat. I almost won round 1. I almost won round 2. I am going to win one of these rounds and knock some listener out just out of my own selfish nature.
Yeah. What happens if you win? We were talking about that in round 1 and 2. What happens if you win? Does that knock somebody out? Or do you just give it to the second place person?
I feel like I knocked somebody out, and because I don't know the questions and I'm playing legitimately, I feel like I should be able to go to the finals and potentially nullify the entire game.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah, that. I guess that is like playing roulette, where the double
the
zero
house can win.
Yeah.
The house can win, Mike. And I think if I do make it to the finals, we should make the final grand prize like really, really good.
All right. Well, definitely. We are working right now on some fantastic prizes for that, because if you are somebody who makes it through these qualifying rounds and then you beat 4 other people in the final round of the Ultimate, you deserve a pretty great prize. And
this is a prize 20 years in the making, Mike. And I think the biggest prizes we've had, I think we've given away season passes to parks before. I think it's going to have to elevate to something like that. So this is going to be really great. If you missed it on this week's episode of Coaster Radio, don't worry. Again, there are 5 rounds of the Ultimate to qualify for the finals. This is only round 3. There's 2 more that are to come later this year. So just stay tuned, pay attention. If you're not a subscriber of the Coaster Radio email list, go to coasterradio.com and sign up. If you don't have the Coaster Radio iPhone app, download it now, because you can get push notifications when we go live every single week. This is how you get into the games. You've got to be a part of Coaster Radio. Patreon.com/Coaster Radio. The alerts go out there too. So the people who are on the inside, they're already sort of pre-qualified to be the Ultimate. That should be you going forward.
Yeah, it's really important to follow us on social media. We're on Twitter, we're on X, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook at Coaster Radio. But also there is a Coaster Radio mailing list that you can get on, an email list that's on the contact page of our website. And by the way, we put out a message that was sent by email today that had one of the answers for tonight's contest. So it pays. It pays to follow us every single way that you can. And I mean, this is round 3, man. If people haven't played to this point, you only have 2 more chances left to get in on this contest. And like EB said, that final prize is going to be something like a season pass to the park of your choice, something even better than that. There's a lot of things we're working on for that big grand prize. So you definitely want to be in.
Swift kick in the pants. That's what you're going to win.
There you go. Yes, there you go. There you go. So
right,
if you are, are you ready, EB? Let's do this.
So ready.
This
Game.coasterradio.com is where we're at. Okay.
Yeah, people are there right now. They are ready, and I'm excited to play round 3 of the ultimate.
Now we should explain as you're clicking through, because we did pay a lot of money for this software. It's very fancy game software. It's legit gaming software that we have. That's a real app that people can log into here. The trivia questions come up and there's a timer that counts down. So this is like the old HQ trivia, where the faster you answer, the more points you get. And then as we continue down, are there 10 questions tonight, Mike? Are we doing 10?
Yeah, 10 questions total.
As you move through, at some point, we move into wagering your points to actually earn more. So it's very complicated. So pay attention, people who are actually playing with us live right now at game.coasterradio.com. And if you're listening to the podcast, you should be watching the podcast. Go to YouTube and go to @CoasterRadio, find the Coaster Radio YouTube channel. You can watch the game live with me and Mike and the questions appearing in real time.
Yes.
As you're watching the video. So go to YouTube and find the Coaster Radio account to watch this podcast.
Yeah, that's one of the fun things about this game is it's very visual. We used to do games like this before. It was on the audio only podcast, but now with YouTube, you can really see all these fun graphics and see the leaders in real time. It's really cool. So basically what we've got is 10 questions. Questions 1 through 8 get harder as we go along.
Yes.
But they are also worth more points as we go along as well.
Oh, that's
then once we get to questions 9 and 10, you're going to have to really look at how many points you have.
Oh, that's the wagering.
Yeah, you have to wager a certain amount of points. And then it's the type of question, EB, where there are 4 answers and you have to put them in a certain order to get the max amount of points.
That's what messed me up in one of the earlier rounds, is that I didn't know you had to like slide it's multiple choice and you just have to tap your answer in the early rounds. But the wagering rounds, you have to drag the 4 things into order and then submit it. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, my game screen just changed to game will begin shortly, Mike. Are we going to begin shortly?
That means we are ready to go. If you are ready, EB, and the audience is ready, let's play round 3 of the ultimate.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start it, guys. So if you were watching, get ready. Things are going to start here. I'm going to start it in about 10 seconds. We're just going to do a little bit of a countdown here, and then we're going to go.
So dramatic.
Yeah, and I think you'll see the countdown on your screen here, EB. So here we go. So as soon as it starts on the thing, man, I'll start the show. This part we're editing out. So here we go.
Oh my gosh!
There's 10 seconds, so you can see it going down there. And I will start once we get going here. I'll give it a second once it comes on. Here we go. Oh, I got to start it. Here we go. Manually start. Wait, what do I have to do here?
This game will begin shortly.
Start experience. Oh, I haven't done this in a while. Let me make sure I know what I'm doing here.
I'm like Rick Perry. I wore my glasses today, Mike, so I could be smarter.
Oh, good. Good. I like it, EB. That's good. Hang on. I got to figure out. I haven't done this in a while. I got to remember how to. No, that was the countdown. Okay, hang on. What did I do? How do I?
That's a political throwback for all you.
I like it. I like it very much. Apologies, everybody. We're cutting this part out, of course. Why can't
we're playing? We did round 1, round 2, and now we're playing round. Oops. That was my Rick Perry impression. Thank you.
I like it. I like it. Very nice. Where's? Hang on. Where's my thing here? It should be start experience to manually. I thought we did start the experience, but that wasn't that it.
The trivia game has not started yet. Once activated, this area will.
There it goes. There it goes.
There it is. I see it. Okay,
yes, there we go. Okay. Yes, here we go. You ready? We are going to start right now. Here we go. Ready, everybody? Let's pick it up here. Which of these? Oh wait, here we go. EB, here we go with question number 1. Which of these roller coasters was the world's first to feature a beyond vertical drop? Was it A, Fahrenheit at Hershey Park, B, Steel Hog at Indiana Beach, C, Takabisha at Fuji-Q Highland, or D, Saw the Ride at Thorpe Park?
Now, you have to be fast in answering these because the points count down as soon as the question is revealed. I clicked this one early, and it was a guess.
Oh,
And
all
we'll
right.
see. Okay, the timer has counted all the way down. The points are
Yep.
to 0 now. It's time to reveal the answer.
Now, here's what's fun about this. We can
Yeah.
show the results of what people said. So this is what
So
people
stressful.
said across the whole way here. They
Oh
let's see.
no, people did not know this one. It's pretty spread out.
31% saying Fahrenheit at Hershey Park.
Uh-huh.
The audience was split at 28% between Takabisha and Saw the Ride, and 14% saying Steel Hog.
I thought it was Saw.
Yeah, the correct answer, EB, Steel Hog at Indiana Beach. Yes.
No.
Yeah, the world's first
They had
beyond
the
vertical
first.
drop. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. So here's what's fun. We can start seeing what people got that correct and who is in first place. There it is, Paolo in first place, followed by CM Venom. And the third, Dale from Dayton playing for fun. So he is already, of course, like into the final round, but he's playing for fun and taking up third place there.
So I know the El Loco roller coaster was one of the very first to go beyond vertical, but I guess I didn't I forgot that Steel Hog was the first El Loco roller coaster.
Yep, I know.
Man.
Surprising, right? Yeah.
That's one of my home parks. I feel bad.
That's all right. That's all right. These, we have to say, the questions in the Ultimate are harder than our normal.
Don't make excuses for
questions.
me. Don't make excuses for me, Mike.
Well, I wanted to make you feel better.
Okay, so let's move on. I'm
ready. That's all right. Plenty of points to win going forward. Let's see what question 2 is here at the Ultimate. What park had a radio studio that inspired Coaster Radio? Was it A, Kings Island, B, Busch Gardens Williamsburg, C, Kings Dominion, or D, Hershey Park?
This is a question you would get right because this is you, Mike. This is one. This is you, and I got it
we
wrong.
talked about this on an episode just a couple episodes ago.
I know, and I don't pay attention.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. But you think about it, which park might I have gone to as a kid that inspired me? Maybe
Kings Island, Busch Gardens, Kings Dominion, Hershey Park. Well, it's not Kings Island, obviously. That would be if it was me.
Yeah, so you can narrow it down.
I said Busch Gardens, but I'm pretty sure it's Kings Dominion.
Let's see. I'm curious if
Kings Dominion
has the audience been listening to the episodes recently.
I always click on instinct and then immediately like, nope, that's wrong.
Yeah, well, look at that. The audience figured it out sort of because they said it's either Busch Gardens or Kings Dominion, 45% each.
Yeah.
Saying that. The answer, though, right at the bottom of the Eiffel Tower, Kings Dominion.
I know.
Yes.
I know. I knew it as soon as I clicked the stupid thing. I was like, no, it wasn't. It was.
Gosh, that's all right. That's all right. But let's see what the Dale from Dayton, who is already in first place, but Karen in second place. She would automatically, if this is where we were at the very end of the thing, Karen would be in first place, followed by Dylan, who is right behind her. So there we go. Yeah. So a lot of people, look at that, EB. I'm looking at a lot of people towards the bottom. Some people getting 0 points so far. So everybody's kind of
I'm in the bottom 50%, tied for 0 points.
Yeah. Karen, who's in the lead right now.
Karen and Dylan. Okay, good.
Yeah, she's only got 95
playing for fun.
Points,
Is D from D playing for fun like he's not actually playing to win the prize?
Well, Dale from Dayton is actually our second qualifier.
Dale from D is Dale from Dayton.
Yes. So he's already in. So he's playing for fun. If he wins, he can't take 2 spots in the final. So that's how that's going to go. So
well, good for you, Dale, for not trying to pretend to be 2 people.
There you go. Wonderful. Yes. But you know what? It's anybody's game right now. So let's keep playing. Let's go on to question number 3. In what year did the original Cyclone at Coney Island officially open to the public? Was it A, 1927, B, 1932, C, 1919, or D, 1940?
Okay, I do know this one.
Yeah, and this, by the way, if you were a member of our mailing list, this is where you would have gotten the answer already. So you'd get all the points if you had just gone to coasterradio.com and signed up for our email list.
That's right. And like we said, the points do get higher for each question as we move along. So here on question 3, this is worth 200 points. The last 2 questions only worth 100 points. So Mike, I might be making up a lot of ground here because I do know this answer.
Oh, good. Well, let's see. The audience said 83% saying 1927. And about 10.
Everybody else knew it too.
So let's see what happens here. Of course, 83% was right. A, 1927 was the correct answer. Yes. So let's see what happened here. Cincinnati John moving into first place, followed by M. Shapiro. Is that Mark Shapiro in second place? Which is great. And third, Paolo is Paolo the penultimate in third. So where are you in this list, EB? Oh, you're at number 22.
I'm well down into the double digits, Mike.
That's all right.
All right.
That's all right. Still time to come back.
Plenty of room. Plenty of room.
As long as you beat Dale from Dayton, you don't want somebody who's already into the finals winning this again. So yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. But right now, 3 newcomers in the top 3 spots. So let's go ahead and see. We've got a Coaster Radio question up next at question number 4. Which listener provides the voice of Bob the Lobster?
Oh, come on.
Is it A, Dan the T-shirt guy, B, Tom from Louisville, C, Neil Patrick Harris, or D, Cincinnati John?
I hope I just didn't fat finger this and pick the wrong person.
That's right. Now, I mean, you said, oh, come on, this is an easy one. Maybe not everybody knows this, though. You have to kind of be a longtime listener to know who did that voice. Absolutely.
Well, and again, this is a skills-based game. You got to be fast on your finger.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Because, yeah, even if it is one that's easy, and some of the questions here at the beginning are a little easier. So let's see what the audience said here. 81% saying B, Tom from Louisville. And, of course, that is the right answer. So let's go ahead and see how the rankings change. Cincinnati John, who it was not Cincinnati John doing the voice in first place. Mark Shapiro in second place, followed by CM Venom jumping into third.
Oh, nice. Good. I like to see the longtime listeners in the lead here. So, yeah,
Yes.
I'm still down on the rankings, but I'm going to move up.
You moved up, though. You're back. I see you're there at 18. So, and people starting to get points now, which is good here all the way through.
I'm trying to be fast.
Yes, that is good. All right, let's do one more here before we take a break. Let's see
More
what
points.
question number 5 is here on the Ultimate.
Ooh, 500 points for this one.
Oh, yeah, this is a big one. Which theme park attraction has the largest show building in the world by volume?
Ooh, not area
Is it
volume.
A, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror at Disney's Hollywood Studios, B, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey at Universal Studios Japan, C, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance at Disneyland, or D, Space Mountain at the Magic Kingdom?
This is fully a guess from me. Totally a guess, but I clicked it fast.
This is a hard one. As I was writing it, I wasn't even 100% sure, but
volume is tricky because you have to think vertically, right? This is not necessarily, this is not area, it's volume.
Yeah. And these are all giant rides, even Space Mountain, a giant ride that you've got to have a full roller coaster in that
What's
building.
the Space Elevator Restaurant, Mike? Because technically
that's right. It is very high.
Come on.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Let's see what people said here. 57% saying Star Wars Rise of the Resistance.
Okay,
the next
good.
closest answer, 30% saying Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. The correct answer,
I said Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance at Disneyland. So let's see if that changed the leaderboard here. Ryan O moving into first place out of nowhere. Paolo, the penultimate, in second place, and Blue Diamond Coasters in third place.
That's right. And then where's EB? Fifth place. What's up?
Oh, there you go. You're moving up, man.
I clicked it fast. You got to be fast on these.
This is good. So why don't we do this? This is a very hectic game. Kind of gets everybody's blood pressure up. Let's take a quick break here. And when we come back, we will have 5 more questions to determine who is the round 3 winner of the Ultimate. We'll be right back.
Exercising my finger.
All right. You want to pick up right from here?
That's great.
Okay, here we go. Welcome back, everybody, to the original theme park podcast. You are listening to Coaster Radio. My name is Mike. I am here with EB. We are right in the middle of our brand new game show for season 20 of CoasterRadio.com. We are calling it The Ultimate.
Yeah, this is so much fun, Mike. And because we took a break in the middle of the game, I feel like we should be like Ken Jennings right now or Jeopardy and go around and talk to the contestants.
I feel like we should
interview each of them or something like that.
Seems like where we should. Yeah.
No, this is so much fun. This is the Ultimate round 3. There's 5 rounds of the Ultimate at the end of the year, at the end of the calendar year, the end of season 20 of Coaster Radio. We will be crowning the ultimate fan of theme parks and thrill rides, the ultimate fan of Coaster Radio through this wonderful season-long game show that we have. This is round 3 of 5 until we get to the finals. Mike, we are in question number 6.
That's right. That's right.
Is that where we're at right now? And we have a leaderboard right now. Number 1 on the leaderboard is Ryan O. Number 2 is Paolo, the penultimate. Number 3, Blue Diamond Coasters. Number 4, Cincinnati John. The questions get harder, the points get exponentially larger. So throw out all of those numbers that I just told you, all of those rankings, because everybody still has a chance. If you're at game.coasterradio.com live on Wednesday night right now, you still have a chance. Don't give up. The questions get harder, the points get higher, and then in the end, you can wager those points and anybody can win this game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I'm looking right now, I mean, from first place to even like 25th place, it's not that much separating people. So
No.
these next 5 questions are really going to tell the tale of who's going to win the ultimate this week. So pretty exciting stuff. Why don't we go ahead and jump back into the game? Let's start with question number 6. What tiki bar was set to host a Coaster Radio meetup? Was it A, Frankie's Tiki Room, B, Lost Lagoon Tiki Bar, C, the Golden Tiki, or D, Glitter Gulch Tiki?
I do know this one, but I was distracted by looking at all of the tiki bars.
There were a lot
so
of
I
different
answered
tiki
slowly.
Yes, that's all right, though. That's all right. So,
okay.
Yeah. So all of these real tiki bars here, none of them are just made up.
This was a COVID.
Yes. Yeah.
COVID ruined a Las Vegas Coaster Radio meetup. We had an itinerary.
Yep.
We had like a 2-day schedule of all of the attractions we were going to hit.
Yeah.
This was a massive Coaster Radio meetup and COVID killed it, Mike.
Yeah. And this tiki bar, by the way, was ready to induct you and me into their Hall of Fame by making Shrunken Heads.
The Shrunken Head Hall of Fame.
Yes. We were going to be in that. And then COVID happened, and then they had a change of management, and all of that went away. So let's see what people said here. 52% saying the Golden Tiki, 39% saying my tiki bar, Lost Lagoon Tiki Bar.
I wouldn't mind that.
That would be fun. Yeah, we never talked about that, though. So the answer is the Golden Tiki, that in Las Vegas, right there in Chinatown. That's where we were going to have. They had set aside a room for us. We were going to have the whole big meetup right there. It was going to be great. So let's go ahead and see who knew that and who propelled themselves to the top of the rankings. Ryan O staying in first place, followed by Paolo, who is also staying in second place, and Cincinnati John moving up into third place. So there we go. Lots of action, lots of movement here in points. But again, look, Ryan O has 1,700 points. Ryan has 600 points, and he's in 25th place. So anything can happen here, because the next questions that we do, 7, 8, 9, and 10, are worth a lot of points. So it's going to be interesting.
I do like how our game is kind of stupid, because the early questions are just for fun. And then kind of as the game rolls on, it's like none of those questions matter. Now it gets real.
Yes, right. Exactly.
Okay.
Let's move on to question number 7 here at the Ultimate. Which of these theme parks is located north of the Arctic Circle?
I don't know this.
Is it A, Santa Park in Finland, B, Tivoli Gardens in Denmark, C, Linnanmäki in Finland, or D, Tusenfjord in Norway?
Tusenfjord?
Yeah.
What's a Tusenfjord?
I've never heard of that park in my life
counting
before
down.
this question. Yes.
1,000 points. Again, this is one that I clicked the answer, and then I thought about it and was like, that's the wrong answer. I definitely got this one wrong.
This is a question, I think, where things change up, because even if
this is a geography question, Mike. This is not a theme park question. This is a geography question. And I should have been like, Denmark.
Yeah.
No.
And who knows theme parks in Finland, Denmark, and Norway? If you do, then you deserve to be the ultimate.
It's not
am I right?
Denmark, obviously.
Yeah. So let's see what people said here. This is going to be interesting.
Well, I said Denmark. I'm one of the 6% who said Denmark and got it wrong.
Well, it's interesting.
Like a dummy. I will, because Tivoli Gardens is the one I've heard of.
Yeah. Well,
I've not heard of Tusenfjord, Mike. I've not heard of Tusenfjord.
Have you heard of Linnanmäki in Finland? Because that's what 41% of the audience said.
Is that the right answer?
Followed by Tusenfjord in Norway at 31% and 22% saying Santa Park in Finland. The correct answer,
got an A with the 2 dots on top of it. I should have guessed that.
Maybe so. Maybe the 2 dots means it's very high. I don't know, but let's see what the correct answer is. It's Santa Park in Finland. That's where it is. 22% of the audience saying that. So let's see how that changed.
Not a lot of people, though. Good.
It didn't change the board that much. Ryan O still in first place. Now he's moving ahead with 2,300 points.
Paolo got it wrong. He did get knocked down, though.
Yeah, Cincinnati John moving into Paolo's spot in second place with 2,100 points. And in third place, Big K Gizzle with
First time on the
1,600
leaderboard.
points. So
Nice.
yeah, so right now it's a battle with Ryan O and Cincinnati John, just 200 points apart. As we move into the final multiple choice question here before we get into the wagering round. So let's see what we've got.
Question
It's
eight.
a Coaster Radio question for question number 8. Which Pennsylvania amusement park road trip episode had the most downloads? Was it A, Hershey Park, B, Dorney Park, C, Knoebels, or D, Kennywood?
I don't know the answer to this, so I'm just gonna guess the.
Gotta guess. I'll give you a hint, although it won't help too much. The reason it got a ton of downloads is because the park posted it on their website for like 5 years, and it just sat there, and it got tens of thousands of downloads. It was shocking how many downloads that episode got. To this day, the most listened to episode of Coaster Radio was the one that we are about to talk about here in a second. So let's take a look, see what people thought. 48% saying Hershey Park.
If I had that clue, I would have changed my answer.
Yeah, 29% saying Knoebels, 19% saying
Knoebels
Kennywood.
even have a website? Like, that seems like a park.
I know, that's true. That's true.
They just do them in a newsletter.
Here's what's interesting. Only 3% said Dorney Park and EB. That's the answer.
Whoa.
That was the park that went ahead and posted it for a long time. That thing had like hundreds of thousands of downloads because of that, because it was there for years. So to this day, the most listened to episode of Coaster Radio ever. So let's see how that changes, because if only 3% of the audience got it right, does that propel somebody forward? Ryan O, though, still staying in first place, followed by Cincinnati John and Big K Gizzle in third place. I look at that. No one got it right. Only one person got it right, but none of the people in the top 10.
Nobody in the leaderboard there, but I think Matt the Archivist has shot up there. So lots of points to wager for Matt, because that's what's happening now in the last 2 questions of the ultimate round 3. Now the contestants will have to wager their points, and then the question is revealed. There are 4 items for each question, and 9 and 10. You have to rearrange them by sliding them with your finger on your device on your second screen, and then submit it. Now, I'm explaining this carefully because I got screwed the first time we played this game.
I remember,
by not understanding how the game works. But that's how the game works. So the 9 and 10 for people at game.coasterradio.com right now, that's how it's going to work. And if you are watching at Coaster Radio's YouTube page, that's what you're going to see on your screen right now.
Yeah. So go ahead and look at your points very closely. And right now, we're going to give you the category.
Bet them all.
Yeah,
bet half. I don't know. I have no idea what the strategy is.
There we go. We'll take a look at the topic first, EB, and then you can decide how many points you want to wager. Because if the topic is something you don't feel comfortable with, don't wager a lot of points.
Pennsylvania theme park road trip.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So let's see. Here is the topic for question number 9. Roller coaster opening dates. So you have 30 seconds right now to wager the amount of points. You have to know the opening dates of roller coasters. Now, do you feel confident in this? Then you wager a lot of points. But if you don't feel confident, wager a small amount of points. But take a look at where you are. Like, are you so low on the totem board that you need to wager all your points and hope you win to move into the top spot? We'll see. So here we go. We're about to run out of time. Here is the question. Place the following roller coasters in the exact order of their opening dates from earliest to latest. Impulse at Knoebels Amusement Resort. Montu at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. Colossus at Thorpe Park. And Silver Star at Europa Park. So this is difficult. You got to know your European coasters and your American coasters. And I know this is a tough one, but it is at the end of the game. So you really got to think about this. Move them into the order from the earliest opening date to the most recent opening date. And we got 3, 2, 1 seconds. There is time up. So EB, you want to see what the most popular answer was from everybody? Let's see what the most popular. This isn't the right answer. This is just the most popular answer. People said Silver Star at Europa Park, Montu at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay, Colossus at Thorpe Park, followed by Impulse at Knoebels.
And that is not enough. There's not enough time for you to be looking up all of those answers.
No, there's no way, because you just have 25 seconds. There's no way you can know that. You really
Uh-huh.
have to know it. You have to really know those roller coasters and know the basic time that they were built around. Here is the correct answer, EB.
Yes.
It's different. Montu at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay was the oldest, followed by Silver Star, followed by Colossus, and then Impulse at Knoebels is the newest one. So those were in order. And let's see what the rankings are here. G Money is in first place. Somebody we have not heard from at all. He moves into first place with 1,601 points. Paolo is in second place with 1,499. And there you are, EB, with 1,465.
Wise EB.
Yes, I
bet
see
nothing.
You bet nothing. And like I think there was the strategy. There was the strategy. Very good. Yes. So see, you don't necessarily have to get it right. You just have to have the correct betting strategy.
Oh,
That's
and this
pretty
is going to
good.
be the last question here on the Ultimate Round 3. It's another betting question. So we've got everybody's still in this game. I got to say, I mean, all the way down, through the top 10, anybody can win this thing. And there's a lot of people that still have points to wager. Everybody, bet it all.
There you go. Maybe that's what you need to do. And remember, this is going to be a Coaster Radio question. Let's go ahead.
It's a Coaster Radio. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's see the hint, and then everybody can bet.
Yeah, you can see what the topic is right now. Here it is. Guests on Coaster Radio. So you've got 25 seconds right now to figure out how well do you know the guests that have been on this show over the years.
I'm going to bet.
And remember, you're going to have to move them into some type of order. So do you know the guests? Do you know when they were on? Do you know who they were?
Guests EB made fun of the most.
There you go. Yes, right. So here we go. We got 5 seconds left, and then we will see the question. Here is the question, EB. Put these Coaster Radio guests in order, starting with the earliest appearance. And here are the names. Richard Zimmerman, who is the current CEO of Six Flags. He was on Coaster Radio. Bert Kreischer, the comedian, doing Netflix specials. Neil Patrick Harris, star of stage and screen, and our announcer. And Joe Rohde, world-famous Disney Imagineer. So there we go. What order did they come in? Starting with the earliest, going all the way to current day.
I feel pretty good about this. You do have to slide all 4 into the correct position.
That's right.
And
hopefully you did it by now, because time is up.
And it's not an all or nothing here, right?
That's right. Nope. It's however many points as you wagered.
But I mean, if I got 3 of them in the right order,
no, it has to be all 4 to get the points wagered. Yep. Yeah. So that's how it goes.
Okay, I got them. I've got them. Should I say my order? I feel like
go ahead and say your order, and then we'll see what the audience said. The majority of the audience.
I remember we had Bert on really early.
Yep.
And I feel like we had Joe Rohde on pretty early.
Right.
And I thought maybe it was a trick question, and Neil Patrick Harris, even though it was like 10 years ago, I put Richard Zimmerman, then Neil Patrick Harris last.
Oh, all right. Do you want to see what the audience said?
Yeah, I didn't like that that you just said.
I want to see what the audience said here. Let's see what the audience says. They said Joe Rohde, Bert Kreischer, Dick Zimmerman, and then Neil Patrick Harris. That's what the majority of the audience said.
Okay.
So they went along with you, right?
That's close to what I said.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Let's see what the correct answer is here, EB. It changed with Joe Rohde, Bert Kreischer, then NPH, and then Richard Zimmerman. That was the order.
Dang it. All right, I got it wrong.
Neil Patrick Harris has been on the show way longer than a lot of people think. I mean, you have to go, it's kind of early on in our history where he became involved. And Bert Kreischer was before him because he was on that Discovery Channel show. And of course, Joe Rohde on during the first season.
I knew Bert and Joe were on really early.
Yes, yeah.
But I couldn't remember Richard Zimmerman.
Yeah, only 8% answered correctly here. So now it's all about the wagering, right? At this point, if only 8% of the audience got it right.
Okay, who is the winner of the Ultimate Round 3, Mike? Let's see it.
Here we go. Let's find out. Here are the winners of the Ultimate.
There's a little animation of like hands clapping. If you're watching on YouTube, you get to see it.
In third place, Paolo the Penultimate.
Okay.
In second place, G Money.
There's no prize for second place or third place.
And the winner is Ryan O with 2,338 points.
Blew him out of the water.
There we go. So now we can see the entire leaderboard there, EB. Yeah, look at that. He got 7 out of 10 questions
I
correctly.
tied for 0th place.
Oh, yeah. But look at that. G Money did pretty well. 1,600 points. Paolo up there with almost 1,500 points. But everybody else, you can just tell they bet it all, EB. Everybody
Bet it
else kind of
all.
wiped out with 0 points. So,
Well
like we
done,
said, this
Ryan.
is a tough game here at coasterradio.com because to truly win, you have to prove that you are the ultimate. And Ryan O, you were the winner of round 3. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Ryan. You're moving on. So make sure you stick around, stay listening to Coaster Radio, because at the end of this calendar year, the end of season 20 of Coaster Radio, it'll be the finals of the ultimate for the gigantic prize. It is a huge year-long game show at Coaster Radio. Over 20 years, Mike, we've been doing this podcast, and people love the game shows. So it is time in our 20th season of Coaster Radio to play the ultimate game show. Congratulations, Ryan, for winning round 3.
There we go. EB, I love playing the Ultimate, man. And my favorite thing about it is how many people show up to play it live on a random Wednesday night. You know, it's great. It's so great. Like, people could be doing anything with their evening, but they come here and they hang out with us as we're recording the podcast and play the game. It's so fun.
Very good, Mike. This is so much fun. This is a great episode of Coaster Radio. We took up the whole episode playing the game, and I hope y'all are happy with that, because it is theme parks and roller coasters and the podcast and a game. Y'all love the game shows. This is the ultimate game show of Coaster Radio. Thank you so much, everybody, for playing along, Mike. And I suppose that's the end here. There's no prize, Ryan. There's no prize. The prize is you get to move on to the final round, and you got to keep listening to the show all the way to December.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. But man,
then you get the big prize.
Yeah, the prize for winning this game is going to be gigantic. I mean, what I think
don't overpromise,
definitely,
Mike.
Well, I think definitely we're talking like season pass
at least
level, at least, and then more.
Sticker.
Though. Yeah, a sticker.
And I was showing you these tote bags I'm making here, Mike. Look, I got iron-ons, and I made these tote bags.
Yeah, see?
I'll show them to you on the miniature tote bags with the iron-ons.
I love it. That's worth it right there. I mean, I'm hoping to get one of those in the mail. That's good stuff, man. So,
all right.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Not only everybody here who played the game tonight, but everybody who joins us week after week. We love having you as part of the Coaster Radio family, and thank you so much. We appreciate all the support that you guys give. There are a lot of different ways to do that. If you shop on Amazon, one of the great things that you can do is go to our website first, and you click on the Amazon logo up there. I think it says like the product of the week. And then you just do your shopping like normal. But then what happens is we get a small percentage of whatever you end up spending. If you spend $10, still going to cost $10, but we get like a small percentage of that. So you don't see anything different. But it does help the show in many different ways. Other people do things like go to Apple and review the show. And, if you can give it 5 stars, that's great. It just helps more people see the show. But a lot of people, EB, take that extra step and support us at patreon.com/Coaster Radio.
Go to patreon.com/Coaster Radio. Support the show. There's perks. There's bonus content. There's behind the scenes episodes. There's a snail mail club where I send you like postcards and miniature tote bags in the mail. There's a birthday club where I send you a birthday gift in the mail. Go to patreon.com/Coaster Radio. See all the perks, the bonus content. Support the show. If you think the show is worth $2 a month, go to patreon.com/Coaster Radio and pledge $2 a month. It's totally awesome. And you get access to the Discord, and you're in the insider club of Coaster Radio, where you find out when we're doing the game shows and all that stuff. You're on the email list. Right. The whole thing happens if you go to patreon.com/Coaster Radio. Mike, I think people's favorite perk at patreon.com/Coaster Radio is at the $20 level, we say your name on the podcast.
Here they are: Alex Payne, Brian Wackler, Chris Rankin, Cincinnati Nick, the sweatshirt guy, our friends at Club Z, the 2 bearded Coaster Chris's, CM Venom, Colton Toms, Dino, Grace, John Brody, and John Brown.
Also, Josh Combs, Justin Padilla, Karen and Lee Howren, Kevin Wilson, Kyle Kiefer, our friends at Made to Thrill, Matt Walker, Michael Foucault, Paolo de los Reyes, Nick from Paris, Rich Barber, Rick Burnley, Shane Mankiewicz, Tom from Louisville, and Zachary Carpenter. Plus, let's say thanks to Lindner Design Company, specializing in branding, illustration, and small batch custom apparel. You can find them on Instagram at LindnerDesigns.com. They made this great logo, Mike. The 20th anniversary Coaster Radio logo that's on these fantastic mini tote bags.
I love it.
That could be coming your way.
Yeah, that is a cool thing to have,
It's a great
to
logo.
commemorate this 20th season. So great.
Yeah,
So
very,
we
very
appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations to Ryan O for winning round 3 of the Ultimate. We're going to play that game again in about 2 months, and you got 2 more chances to join the winner's circle. And that final game, man, is going to be so fun. That's going to be great. That's going to be epic. So we're really excited about that. But hope you guys are out there having a fantastic summer, enjoying the parks, and we'll see you back here next week. Cool.
Great.
All right. Do you need a break before we start the next one here?
Oh, just 2 minutes.
Okay. I'll do the same thing. We'll reset.
We're back.
And yeah. So everybody just hang loose here for a second. We're just going to restart. And then we will get going. Just got to clear all the game show stuff here. Hope everybody enjoyed that. That's a fun thing. I like doing that too. Yeah, just kind of stand by. EB's going to go. I'm going to have a little drink here.
All right.
All righty. Beautiful. You just let me know when you are. Oh, wait, what was the. Oh, yeah. And again, this one, although I think that last show went longer than 30 minutes, but that's all right.
Yeah.
This one will probably be right around 30, which will be good because then I can knock both shows out. Okay, let me know when you are ready.
Oh, no. Blue Diamond Coasters is challenging your stats here, Mike, in the chat room.
Uh-oh.
You have a challenge.
Ah, shoot.
We take that to the judges.
It could be. It could be.
Oh, no. All right, Blue Diamond Coasters, you get 1 Coaster Radio tote bag.
There you go. There you
go. That's your prize for pointing out the error.
I'll have to go back and look. I'll go back and look.
I don't know.
Because I thought I researched, but but I'm also I'm writing those questions while 100 other things are happening too. So I missed it.
Oh no, it's already in the Discord.
Ah, shoot. Man.
All right, that's how I'm gonna get rid of these tote bags then. Everybody who feels cheated, send an email to eb@Coaster Radio, and I'll send you one of these Coaster Radio mini tote bags.
I'm going to the Discord right now.
Consolation prize. Now, see, we could talk about it.
Ah, shoot! I see RCDB already in there, man.
We could talk about it on the next episode of Coaster Radio, but the episode we're taping right now actually happens before.
I know.
That's what we should do. On this episode of Coaster Radio we're taping right now, we should talk about how, hey, everybody, did you hear? RCDB is wrong about when Colossus opened. I wonder if that will ever become important later on.
Good. That's so good. It's a tainted process, man. I can't believe it. Taint. He said taint. Tainted process.
Explicit tag on this podcast.
Oh no. All right, my friends, let's knock this out. What do you say?
No, but seriously, if you feel cheated, send us an email, eb@Coaster Radio with your address. I will send you one of these tote bags. I got
Everybody's going to send you an email.
Well, there's not that many people in the chat room. So send me an email, eb@Coaster Radio. I will send you one of these tote bags as your, hey, I'm sorry we messed up prize.
And don't forget, though, this gets posted on YouTube, on our YouTube channel.
Oh, shoot.
So
this behind the scenes right now?
Yes, this goes up on, this is.
We're not cutting this part out?
We can't. No, this goes up on the live look-in archive that is on the YouTube channel.
So I'm going to be challenging the Dorney Park episode for the most downloads ever, and I'm going to have to send out 100,000 tote bags
that's right.
as a result of this here.
Yeah,
Ugh, I don't like that idea at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to say don't send me an email, but do send me an email. So the people who really want to can send me an email.
Oh, no. And Blue Diamond is saying that question 1 had an issue that Fahrenheit opened before Steel Hog.
Stop.
So if
I'm
like
negating
2 questions
the
are wrong.
thing. No, the podcast is over. We're ending the podcast.
We just quit while we're ahead.
It's done. It's done.
Quit while we're ahead.
Everybody can say thank you to Blue Diamond Coasters for canceling the podcast. It's your fault.
We ought to have somebody else write the questions. Maybe I shouldn't do it anymore.
We're out. It's fine. It's fine. No, send me an email if you can.
It's all good. But you know what?
I'll tell you to suck it.
Yeah.
I'll either send you a tote bag or just email you back and say suck it. One of the two is coming your way.
Both would be good. Like I would like an email from you that said "suck it" because that'd be like a Steve Jobs email.
He replied to me. That's nice.
Yeah. Like when Steve Jobs would send somebody like an a-hole note, people liked it. They're like, "Oh, that's cool. I got that," and they print it out, and
Yeah. Who was the celebrity that would write back to people and say, "I don't do autographs," and then sign the letter?
Yeah, right. I think what we may have to do is hire a writer for these questions then, because I cannot be trusted to do it.
Suck it.
Oh, well. The Coaster Radio questions were right. I know those were right. So that's good. Man, that's all right. Let's move on here and do the.
I'll be slaving over the ironing board making these tote bags, Mike.
I know you're gonna be like 100,000.
That's gonna be the next live look-in is just gonna be me in my handkerchief.
I gotta make these because Mike wrote bad questions.
You wrote bad questions. You're gonna be the evil stepmother.
Yeah. Oh. Well. It's all good. It's all about the entertainment value anyway.
I'll get the mice to help me. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. If you were ready,
let's go.
Let's rock and roll here. Here we go. Let's just look busy. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the original theme park podcast. You are listening to Coaster Radio. My name is Mike. I am here with my friend EB, and we are ready to talk theme parks and thrill rides.
That's right, Mike. This is going to be a fun episode of Coaster Radio. We got a lot of news here, some crazy news, I think, right off the top, which is going to be so much fun. Yeah. And, of course, summertime fun time favorite, some trip reports in this week's episode of Coaster Radio.
Yeah, so much fun, so much fun. What do you say we get right to it, man? No goofing around. Let's get right into it.
Let's get right to it with our first drop.
Yeah, now this first drop story, it's not like something that is mind-blowing or some new type of ride or something, but I think it needs to open up a discussion between everybody who's listening and
feel like we've had this conversation before.
Yeah, the news story that we're talking about here, you probably heard about this last week, but it was at Kennywood. I'm looking at this on the CBS News site out of Pittsburgh. Kennywood rider hit by phone on Phantom's Revenge. And it seems like this type of story happens about once a month nowadays. We talk about this year after year after year. I guess, there was somebody riding Phantom's Revenge. And what is that? That's like a 232-foot drop, 85-mile-an-hour coaster. Somebody has their phone out and I guess lets it go and it smacks somebody in the head and they have to call out an ambulance and the person has to go to a hospital. It's a terrible thing.
This is a reason to ride in the front of the roller coaster train and not the back, because you always see the stories like this. And sometimes, Mike, which I find really amusing, there was one with on Iron Gwazi, I think a little while ago, same thing happened. You get a video of the person getting hit by the cell phone. The video is shot by a person using a cell phone.
Right. On the roller coaster. Yeah.
I can't believe somebody had their phone out. Look at this video I shot on my cell phone on the roller coaster.
Yeah. And
that's not this.
And I got to say, I do not blame Kennywood for this story because Kennywood has signs everywhere saying no loose articles. They have bins there, like put all your stuff in here. Do not take phones out. They've got it everywhere. Like you can't go anywhere near that roller coaster without seeing a sign that says don't bring out your phone.
Now, do they have the dumb box that is like with plexiglass full of old broken cell phones from the 2000s?
Oh, I love it
Now
when a park
that
does
is
that.
the best
Yes.
deterrent, I feel
Yes.
like.
I
No,
love it
Kenny
when a park does that. In fact,
Kenny would just
when
not have
I
that.
was at Busch Gardens Williamsburg a couple of
Uh-huh.
weeks ago for Big Bad Wolf opening, they have the box, but it's empty because
Oh.
the ride is just starting, and they're going to start filling it with broken cell phones.
Oh,
from
I
people.
love
Yeah.
that. They're bringing it back.
Yeah, so
Good.
it's there. I love that box because it's true. You shouldn't take your phone out on the now. Here's the thing. I'm somebody who, when I go to a park, I've got the shorts with deep pockets. So
Mhm.
I make sure that my phone is deep. I make sure my keys are deep. My wallet is deep. I've
You
never
come
had.
prepared, Mike, with your cargo shorts and your fanny pack with the Velcro
Yeah.
or zipper closures to make sure that your articles are secure.
Oh, I don't have the fanny pack, but I do make sure that,
Oh.
because I don't want to lose my phone. I don't want to lose my wallet. I make sure those things are in there. I've never had any problem at all.
I
But
have
I
fully
also don't
adopted the
mind.
fanny. I've totally adopted the fanny pack because
Have
you can
you?
hide the fanny pack under your T-shirt, Mike.
You
You can
can do
put your
that. You're
keys,
right.
right? So even when they say you can't take anything in your pockets, they see you put it in your pocket. They say, "I saw you put that in your pocket."
True.
You put the
True.
fanny pack before you get in the line. You put it under your T-shirt. You're totally cool.
Yeah.
I like the fanny pack.
I got to be honest, though. I don't even mind what Universal does, where you got to walk through the metal detector and they check
Everybody,
you.
nothing. Right.
I don't mind, because
No.
here's the reason I don't mind. Universal gives you a free locker. Like,
Mhm,
Universal
mhm.
doesn't overcharge you $10,
A
$12
fair
for
system.
it is a very fair system. I'm wondering if all parks need to go to this. And I know that lockers make the money, but charge me $1 or 2 more on my admission, because I don't want to get hit in the face with a phone, and make sure that we get a free locker and send especially on your really high speed roller coasters. I hate to say it, but do what Universal does. It's the smartest thing. And I know it costs money. I realize that. And we're already in a time where, like, there's not money to spend at these parks. I get it.
I don't even know if you need to have the complicated system of actual lockers if you just have cubbies that are assigned to each train. So even
Yes.
for multi-train operation, right? The
Right.
red train, the blue train, each one has their own cubbies that lock so the guy on the red train can't steal the stuff from the guy on the blue train. Just put your stuff in the cubby and it locks, and then you open up the cubby. I just need a cubby. That's all I want, Mike. I
Yeah.
just need a cubby. I
I've
don't need a
seen it.
locker.
Well, let me ask you a couple.
But I agree with you. I don't want
Yeah.
to get hit in the face with a phone, so I
I
don't care
don't.
what system you employ, as long as it's a system. You know what they need to do? Everybody wear a fanny pack.
Hand them out at the front of the
Everybody wears
park.
a fanny pack.
Yeah.
So instead, when you go through the metal detector, they like scan you. They look in the diaper bag, make sure you're not sneaking in snacks,
Right.
and
Right.
then they say, "Lift up your shirt, fanny pack. Cool, you're through. Come on,
Interesting.
go ahead."
Interesting.
Everyone has to wear a fanny pack.
You know what I like is when the park will stop the ride, when a ride operator will stop the ride on the lift.
hill,
Yeah.
with the speakers.
Yeah. And they'll say, "Put away your phone," or they'll walk up. Even worse, they'll walk up.
Put
Yeah.
your phone away.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
With the red shirt.
Yeah.
With the phone, red shirt, road 3.
I've
Put
seen
your
it.
phone away.
I've seen it happen.
I've
But
seen it happen too. I love it.
yeah. But here's the thing. I mean, some a-hole could pull out their phone right as they're about to go over the top, and the park can't stop the train at that point. I think there need to be serious repercussions for people who take out their phones. I think there needs to be ejection from the park. If the word gets out that a park is going to eject you for taking out your phone, I think you see much less of this happening.
Well, and not just like the security is waiting for you in the station to escort you to the front, but actual ejection.
Yeah.
So on the brake run, there's a big spring under the seat.
Like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Yeah. And you just fly over the.
No, there
Yeah.
and I do see there have been parks that have done that, right, where they can actually figure it out and identify who it was, and they do find out who that person is, and they do a ban. They have banned people. I've seen that. Absolutely, I've seen
Yeah.
that. And I think there was maybe last year somebody where they pressed charges on the person because the person who was struck by the phone actually did sustain serious injuries. I mean, we have seen
Yeah.
that too, where if the train's going fast enough and you're on the right, maneuver on the track, somebody in the front row drops a phone, hits the person in the back row, you're getting stitches. I mean,
Right.
it's not good.
Yeah, sure. You could get a concussion. Who knows? Who knows what you get? I mean, it could be, really catastrophic. So I see these stories so often, and it's coming to a point where parks really need to do something. And I think the first step is making those lockers free so that people don't want to pay $10 to put their locker in, especially to do it over and over. And I appreciate the parks that say, okay, $10 for an all-day rental, but still, it's too much of a pain in the ass for people. People don't want to part with that money because they're already partying with enough money, and the food is expensive there, and everything else, the drinks, the games, everything's already expensive. Just make it free for us. Or like EB said, do a locker system where somebody's not going to steal my stuff.
Or a
like
giant
the bin.
spring.
Or a giant spring. Just
Or a
eject
giant
their
spring.
ass out of there. Yeah.
Or I think this is Kennywood, right? Kennywood. They've got a guy named Ricky Spacuzza as the general manager.
Yeah.
Hey, Ricky Spacuzza. If you got Ricky Spacuzza coming up and talking to you, this is the quote Ricky Spacuzza had. He said to CBS News about this story about the Phantom's Revenge. Ricky Spacuzza, if you come to Kennywood, you break the rules. Hey, you can't come to Kennywood no more.
Like Ricky Spacuzza, man.
There you go. Ricky Spacuzza.
Hey, Spacuzza. Don't mess with Spacuzza.
And then Ricky, just like at Holiday World where you had Pat Cook, right? Or you have, at the independent parks, you have the president at the front gates. At Kennywood, they got Ricky Spacuzza there at the tunnel at Kennywood. And he's standing there and he's like, hey, I thought I told you. And then you're like, what?
Yeah, it's Spacuzza.
He saw me. You don't come to Kennywood no more.
I'd love it if he was sitting down there at that tunnel. He's like, you take out your cell phone, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Hey, you ass.
I'm Spacuzza, damn it.
It's me, Ricky Spacuzza. That's literally the quote, though. If you come to Kennywood and you break the rules, you can't come to Kennywood no more. I like that's all it takes. That's all
You're gonna get Spacuzza out of here. That's what's gonna happen to
you. You get the Spacuzza.
Hey, we're in Pittsburgh.
All right, that's good. That's good. All right, that's a good one. All right, now here, Mike. This is somebody who deserves a second chance. I think is our friend. Is it Riker sent us a trip report from Lagoon?
Yes.
I love it when people send us trip reports. Anybody can send us a trip report. Feedback at Coaster Radio. Record some audio. Send it to us. You can use the Coaster Radio iPhone app. It's in the Apple App Store. Find the Coaster Radio app. It's got all the episodes of Coaster Radio. You can get alerts for when a game is going to be coming to Coaster Radio, and you can play it live here at live.coasterradio.com.
Right.
But what's so great about sending a trip report, I feel like, is wanting to hear your trip report on the podcast. And we do have people that send trip reports and they never appear on the podcast. Riker is somebody who sent a trip report. Before he sent the trip report, he sent us an email. Guys, I'm going to send you a trip report. I'm going to try really hard. It's going to be really good. I want you to play it, okay? I'm going to record it. It's going to be great. And then he did record the trip report. He sent it to us. And he said, guys, I sent you the trip report. Did you get the trip report? And I was like, yeah, I got the trip report. He said, you didn't play the trip report. Are you going to play it next week? Riker, we're playing your trip report right now. And I know people like the Ushka Ushka song, Mike. Are you putting that in?
Oh, you want it? Do you want the Ushka Ushka?
People have also been sending us emails about that, talking about fans who want what they want.
Yes.
Riker wants his trip report played, and listeners have been asking for the song to come back. So please do play Let's Go Somewhere Together song to introduce Riker's trip report.
Great. And I'll cut that in. And you want to go right to the report?
Yeah.
Okay, it is.
Hi there, Mike and EB. This is Riker and the Coaster Rider Thompson, and
I'm a sandwich once again.
yeah, he's just my friend, and he's hanging out here.
I'm a sandwich.
We're just hanging out here in the line for Primordial at Lagoon, but there's a whole lot of other stuff at Lagoon, like the district. What did you think of that?
The district is really good. Has good theming, pretty good rides.
Yeah,
They are flat rides, but they're good.
yeah, they're fun rides. And Primordial, how many times do we get the same ending?
4 freaking times. We got the same ending.
We got the same ending 4 times. It was the dragon drop ending. We did get one other, which was the owl ending.
We got the owl slide back, but we just kept going. There's this time where there was no line.
The line for Primordial at one point in the day was empty. So we just walked on the ride and did it over and over.
Yeah. And the zoo is
Tell me.
closing for
Good.
kind of being not a very good place for the animals.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that they keep them safe.
Yeah. So, yeah, the zoo, it's closed. They're moving on to stuff. And then, of course, in the classic dark rides here, amazing. Cannibal, still my number one. I loved it all. Thank you for all you do. Loving the podcast. Keep up the great work. Bye.
All right. Thank you, Riker. So there you go. Everybody getting what they want, getting their recordings on the air. I love it.
Yeah, Riker understood the assignment. He said, "What should I talk about?" And I said, "Talk about the endings on Primordial. Talk about the dark rides. Talk about the zoo." Riker, you came through all the way. He didn't mention, Mike. My old joke about the Lagoon Zoo. The Lagoon Zoo is closing, but they are opening a new endangered species restaurant.
Oh, interesting. For real?
Where you can eat the animals.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
No. So yeah, Riker, thank you so much. And Mike, was Riker joined by his friend the Sandwich?
That's what I think I heard him say.
Is
Was
that what
his
happened
nickname?
there?
Yeah, I think that's what it sounded like. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I
right.
like the idea of Primordial having different endings. That's
so much
very fun. Yeah, that's a lot of fun, man. That's really cool.
Well, and
I'm doing myself to Lagoon. Yeah.
I'm doing my West Coast road trip again with my family, and I was thinking about trying to go to Lagoon on this trip, and I don't know, hearing that Primordial didn't have a line makes me feel like I could make a quick detour, just hop out of the car and run out and ride it and get back in the car and drive on.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
That could be a thing. Absolutely.
I like that. I think
yeah, Riker, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And thank you to the listeners who are asking for that song, because I like it and I know Mike does.
You like it. You like it. I don't mind it. I just
let's go somewhere cool.
It's an earworm. It gets in your head, and I can't get it out. So yeah, but
that's fine. That's
but if
fine.
the listeners want it, we do it. I'm fine. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
you can be Pete Buttigieg, and I'll be RFK. The earworms are my friend.
That's right. Very good. Yes,
that's fine. That's fine.
So let's take a. Oh, hey, we got another trip report coming up later. We'll play it again. Why not? We'll just keep playing it. Yeah.
All right. And let's take a break. We got quick hits coming up next.
Yes. Be right back.
This is Coaster Radio.
All right. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody, to the original theme park podcast. You are listening to Coaster Radio. My name is Mike, here with EB, having a fun time talking about theme parks and thrill rides. Here we are, man, middle of summer, getting to the end of July, getting into the hot, steamy month of August. But before you know it, man, fall's going to be here. It's going to be Halloween time, then getting into the holiday season. Like, the year's moving by fast. Wow.
Yeah, it's a great time for Coaster Radio here in the middle of the season. Mike, we are doing our own summer vacation trips, and so this is going to be just a news episode of Coaster Radio. We did the first drop in the first half of the show. The second half of the show, it's quick hits.
Quick hits.
I like this because EB and I work on the rundown together simultaneously. We use Google Docs, so we put out the Google Doc, and then people add. EB and I both add stories to it. Stories 2, 3, and 4 were put in, but story 1 was empty, and I saw EB put in this next story, and it made me laugh. Because do you want to set this up, EB? Because
sure. Well,
it's
we all know, WDW News Today, they have provocative headlines, and anytime something happens, like Siren's Curse gets stuck, and they'll be like, 20 people are terrified high above the lake in Ohio, or like a bomb threat terrifies thousands in Disneyland. This one is the stupidest headline ever, combined with, Mike, Coaster Radio also hates a really bad list. Longtime listeners know anytime somebody puts out a list of like the top 10 something or the bottom 10 something or the worst 5 somethings, Walt Disney World News Today, here's the headline: celebrate Amazon Prime Day with these must-have theme park essentials. And it's a top 10 list of things you can buy on Prime Day for your theme park trip.
All right, I want to go through this because I've not looked at this yet on purpose.
Bad.
All right, I want to look because I want to see which of these I would actually buy. And I always appreciate people who put together a list for me of things I could use at the park. So let's see. I've not looked. Should we just go? Is this top 10 in order, or is it just 10 things?
This is the top 10 in order of stupid to stupid.
Okay. All right. Let's
right.
take a listen.
Is the order on WDWNT, Walt Disney World News Today.com. The first thing on their top 10 list, and again, this is your must must have, Mike.
Yes, you need it if you're going to have your successful trip.
Must have.
Yes, all right.
And again, these are all Amazon.com referral links. Coaster Radio has our own Amazon.com referral link. Go to
We do.
coasterradio.com, click the Amazon.com referral link at the top of the page. Helps the show. Get a little bit
Yeah.
something back. But we don't do stupid lists to make you and trick you into clicking them. Okay.
We should, though. I
We
like
should,
this idea.
though.
Maybe we should be doing this. Yes.
All right, here we go. We'll buzz through this pretty quick because we do not need to have a whole episode of Coaster Radio just slamming WDW news today.
That's right.
Liquid IV hydration multiplier, popsicle firecrackers flavor, 16 servings pack.
Oh, now I'm gonna be the contrarian. I've heard good things about this liquid IV popsicle flavor. Yes.
This is one of those little powder packets
Yes.
that you tear the top off and then pour it into your water bottle, shake it up to give it a flavor, and then apparently it like doubles the hydration power of your water.
Yeah. So
And
if
this
you're
is
going
rocket
down,
pop flavored.
you go down to Florida, man. Maybe you need that. So okay,
This is not real. This is not real.
I've heard.
This
I've
is
heard.
not science. Do you
I
have
know.
a brainworm? Are you RFK?
I am not, but I've heard good things about this liquid IV. I know people who have taken it and they believe in it.
Is great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this first one, I'm not. I cannot join in on the making fun yet. So let's
This
see.
was the one I was. Oh boy, this was.
Oh,
the one
is
I
that
was
the one
making
you were
fun of them.
like
All right,
laughing at the most?
Number
All
2,
let's see.
Loop Quiet 2 earplugs. A pair
Oh.
of fancy earplugs for $17.
Why do you?
Is
If
this
you're
a theme
going
park
to a
essential?
No. Why would you wear earplugs to the theme park? You want to hear what's going on.
These are great for sleep, deep focus, travel, and other sound sensitivities. Okay, great, but why is this a theme park essential?
I mean,
all right,
no, unless
next.
like you're somebody who has sensitivities, you know.
I suppose, but this isn't like I'm on the spectrum and going to Knoebels.
I know
This is
that's
theme
a
park
different
essential
list. Yeah, that's a different list. So yes. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay.
Next on the list is Sunbum SPF 50 sunscreen.
All right. Now we're getting into things that like you're just putting on the list.
You should wear sunscreen, but you're just, why is this a referral link at all? Why are you?
Well, yeah, it's so they can make a quick buck
This
or
is
two
dumb.
off of, yeah.
How about
okay,
Mike? Now, Mike, you and me and 90% of our listeners, couple of old white dudes, are theme park essential on this website here. Reebok's Women's Club C 85 vintage tennis shoe.
Yeah. Nope, that's not going to work. Yeah, so that's not going to work.
How about
that's
a
an
hydro
old
flask?
ass looking shoe on there too. That does not look modern at all to me. Yeah, it's vintage.
How about a
for sure.
hydro flask 40-ounce wide mouth chug cap water bottle? You're bringing a big heavy metal water bottle that costs $31 to the amusement park, Mike.
Yep. That's not a good one. That's not a good
That's
one.
not a theme park essential.
Pass. I passed WDW news today. Pass.
How about this one, Mike? On your theme park essentials list, the Osmo Mobile SE 3-axis cell phone gimbal.
No. Why would you take that big thing?
A ginormous selfie gimbal with remote controls.
No.
I'm taking this to the park. We just talked about lockers.
Yeah, go and enjoy your day. Don't you're not shooting a film that you need a gimbal in the park, please.
Stupidest thing on the list, a bug bite suction tool.
Are there that many bug bites at the
This is
theme
a
park?
plastic gizmo, so if you get stung by a wasp, you put the plastic gizmo on your arm and suck the stinger out. Number 1, these don't work. Number 2, this is an essential to take to the park.
Yeah, well, how many, if you're bringing all this stuff in your bag, you're just being weighed down by all of these things that they're telling you to bring. So yeah.
Well, continuing on here on this essentials list, a $45 fuel rod portable charger. And finally, a Disney Stitch children's ride-on luggage. This is a suitcase that's also a scooter.
Oh, I've seen these at the
Why
airport.
is this on the list, though,
Yeah,
of a
it's
theme
a
park
strange,
essential? This is the dumbest list from the dumbest website with the dumbest headlines. WDW News Today. EB out.
Yeah, I think it's a $75 suitcase, so they're like, "Oh, we'd get 20% of that." That's
and am I a sucker for like talking all about this list because of how stupid it is? And that's exactly what they wanted from me. I sometimes wonder, are they idiots or geniuses at WDW News Today?
Maybe this is
I
genius.
think they're geniuses.
Maybe it is.
I think they're geniuses.
I've been wanting to talk about the fuel rod USB chargers because I see those at parks where you can get one and then use it and then swap it out for another one at the park, like at a kiosk they have. It's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
just bring your own charger. Again, take your fanny pack, get a small charger, put it in your fanny pack. Your phone can last half the day, and then you
Yeah.
charge it for the other half of the day.
I'm a fan of the chargers that like double as your cell phone case. Like I like those.
Oh, or and now the modern cell phones where you can just like stick it on the back, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It just it
totally.
seems like the whole little mini charger that you have to go to the park and use and stuff just doesn't seem like something you need.
Mhm.
So yeah. Here, quick hit number 2. This is an interesting story, man. And I wonder what you think about it. I'm not sure if you got a chance to read this article, but out in Oregon at Oaks Park, they want to build a 135.5-foot drop tower ride.
Okay, that's very standard for an amusement park.
Yes. So they had like a height waiver there that only was like 85 feet or something. So they asked the
Okay.
town, we want to make that go to 135 feet. And
Sure.
so the town started to look into it. But then they were about to grant the waiver. But then this group of bird lovers.
The Friends of Oaks Bottom.
Yes.
That's the name of the group.
Which I guess is like a little forest or nature preserve very near the park. They were against this because they said that it would hurt the migration patterns of local birds and that thousands of birds migrate through that area. And if this big tower with tons of lights on it was there, it would throw off the birds. So they protested.
These birds can't fly around a tower at 135
Well, they're saying
feet?
they're worried about the lights. And so, like, because this is a drop tower that has a ton of lights, and normally at Oaks Park, they shield the
Okay.
lights at the top so that the
Okay.
birds can't see the lights. This tower would not have that ability. They would not be shielding the lights. So they were very upset about it. But the park said, wait a minute. We're only open till 8 o'clock on weeknights.
Yeah.
And so the lights will be on, but we'll shut them off at 8 before it even gets dark. And they said, we're only open past dark like 2 nights a year on 4th of July and one other night.
On those nights, don't do the lights and call it like super spooky in the dark drop ride.
Yeah, yeah.
Just don't buy the lighting package. It's a win-win. So what's the problem?
Yeah. So basically the town said, all right, we've listened to both sides. You can have your drop tower. But the little old ladies who are worried about the birds are very upset by this. And I found this to be an interesting story because this isn't something you hear very often. You a lot of times hear the little old ladies upset because, oh, there's going to be too much noise in my neighborhood.
Classic. Yep. Nope. Classic case of little old ladies saying it's about the birds, but when it's the reality, Mike, it's about the teenagers having too much fun.
Is it the noise?
The boys and the girls on that drop tower holding hands without adult supervision 135 feet in the air. Who knows what they're doing?
No.
It has nothing to do with the birds.
Yeah.
These prudish Oregonian women.
I thought that the prudish Oregonian women wouldn't like the fact that there's a big drop tower above the tree line and they could see it. Like, I'm sure it's bad enough that there's a roller coaster out there and there's a Ferris wheel, but this is something that they might be able to see from their house. And that's what I thought maybe the real reason was. Like, I can't imagine that they're
obviously an ulterior motive, right? It's not just
because
the birds. Because obviously if the problem is not the tower structure, a bird can fly around a structure. The problem is the lights, but they're not open at night. Then you're
they're going to shut the lights off before it gets dark. So I don't know. I just found that to be a very interesting story. Wondered if there was more to it.
I don't like it.
I like these river raft battles that they have at parks.
Splash battle rides. Yes.
I wish there were more of them. I find these a ton of fun, not only to ride, but also to watch. I like that at Carowinds. They need a water ride there. So thank goodness they have Charlie Brown's River Raft Blast. That just opened, and a lot of people are liking that. So I wanted to get your thoughts on it, but then I had an idea for a park that could do something with these. But I wanted to get your thoughts on those rides, first of all.
Well, I got two things. First of all, I remember when we went to Dollywood. I went to Dollywood, and then we had the Dollywood meetup. And then I've been to Dollywood, I think 3 times total.
Yeah.
I love the Splash Battle. I don't know, is it still at Dollywood? Or I can't remember if it's still there or not. But the Dollywood Splash Battle ride was one of my favorite things about Dollywood. I have not been back in a long time. But not only riding that ride, but standing on the midway shooting people on the ride is so much fun. And then on the ride, if you don't know this ride, it's essentially a raft ride that's on a track that goes through a course in the water, like a big pontoon boat with a bench that faces outward on both sides. And everybody has a water gun of some sort. And I think on that one, it's operated by a crank. Lost Island has one also in Iowa. There's a couple of parks that still have them. And you can shoot other people that are riding the ride, but you can also shoot people on the midway who are just walking past. And sometimes they have other cannons that they can shoot at you. But at Dollywood, it was so much fun to shoot people who weren't paying attention.
Yes.
One of these old ladies would be walking by and they'd be like, I don't like how this ride bothers the bird. And you splash them, shoot them with your water gun. So much fun. And there's nothing they can do about it, right?
Yeah.
Good times.
So
good
fun.
times.
So fun.
So that's number one. I love these rides also. Number two, this is the ride that I want to replace the River Rapids at Holiday World. I don't know if it's going to happen. I really wanted them to not get rid of the actual trough of the River Rapids ride that they've taken out of Holiday World because I thought, well, just put the River Rapids in there. It's now flat and it's a field. And I suppose maybe you can't convert a River Rapids into a splash battle. So maybe they made it into a field and now they're going to redo the trenches and put in the splash battle. I still have hopes that a splash battle is coming to Holiday World.
I love it.
But that's all I have to say. I love it. You have a new idea for a splash battle ride?
I have an idea. So all of these splash battle rides are all outside. What if you combined one of these ride systems with a dark ride?
Okay.
And I don't know what the story would be, but you go indoors with this thing and there's
birds and the birds are lost.
Yes. Oregonian birds
in the dark. If only there were lights to guide them.
But do you remember when we had a conversation with the guys at Zamperla and they said one of the things that they heard on our show and they started to build it into that big waves attraction was that people wanted to operate the rides.
Control it, yes.
Yes, control it and have some type of control over the ride. So they built where for an upcharge, you could actually run the big waves ride and decide what would happen to the people.
Yes,
I thought that was an interesting...
Of the riders. Yes.
Yeah.
From the queue line, you could put in money instead of it being like the River Rapids where you put in a quarter and blast them with water, you would put your money in and decide if they actually got a giant splash or not.
Yes. Yeah. Really kind of an interesting idea.
Sure.
That no one has done yet. So what if you had one of these splash battle rides, it went indoors into a dark ride? Maybe it's even like kind of a haunted house type thing. Who knows? I don't know. But you actually let people come in and operate some of the effects in each room. Like, and I don't know how you would do this or if there would be a line or if it would be an upcharge, but you would actually get to come in and trigger effects as that splash battle boat went through the room. And so
just
that would be
things that would happen or like things that would actually shoot water at the people in the boat.
A little of everything. So you would trigger special effects, but also trigger water that would be hitting them. And
it would kind of be like a shooting gallery where you would just pick the things and like the animatronics would go off and do stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So I like this.
It would give people and I don't even think this is something that you'd have to queue for. I think it would just be people would go into the dark ride and physically be a part of the scenery. But like you would actually be like firing things at people and instead of just being outside and shooting water guns, you could do it from different levels inside the splash battle show building. I just think that would be neat. That's something I've never seen them do before. That'd be pretty cool.
This would be kind of like a combination of the splash battle attraction and an indoor attraction and the roller soaker at Hershey Park.
Yes, a little of that too. Yeah.
Right, where instead of you being on the roller soaker was a roller coaster that you were above on the track on the ride and you could dump buckets of water on the people on the ground.
Yeah.
But the people on the ground had water blasters to shoot up at you. But you're saying the opposite. It's a boat with the riders and the people are on the ground or above.
Yeah, or above. Yeah.
Shooting down. I love this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just like the idea of giving people the opportunity to control the ride. And I think Zamperla was onto something with that. And maybe they'll still do it one day. I don't know.
Well, and there have been other attractions. I think there was one at Knoebels where it was the tank ride, where you would be in a tank that could shoot tennis balls
Yes. Yeah.
at other tanks, but
Yeah, I
then the
remember that.
people around that attraction could also shoot at the tanks.
Yeah.
And then there was something at Indiana Beach, I think, where it was the similar thing, but with water cannons, where it was the bumper boats, but the bumper boats could shoot water and the people on the outside. Any of these interactions, I think, where it's you versus in
Yes.
some sort of like,
Yeah.
I'm in the vehicle and you're on the ground. There's a lot of potential there. So
yeah. I remember at Disney Quest there was they had their own version of bumper cars that there were all these basketballs in the arena.
Oh
And
yeah.
remember that? And the bumper cars would roll over the basketballs. It would
And it
load
was
it into a cannon.
a cannon, you could shoot it.
And you could shoot it at other bumper cars. And if you hit their target, it would make the car spin.
They would spin out of control. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
So
that's
cool.
the sort of thing, and that's the sort of thing where, like at Dollywood, when the Splash Battle ride, it's so much fun to have that interactivity with other people. I remember being with Mark, and we spent 2 hours at that Splash Battle, just riding it
Yes.
around and
Yeah,
around and
yeah, yeah.
around, shooting
Mhm.
people. So
fun.
much fun.
So fun.
The
So fun.
interactivity. So yeah, Carowinds,
Yeah.
Charlie Brown's River Raft Blast. As much interactivity as you can put into this thing, please, let's see it.
I love it. I love it. And that's why you're right, Roller Soaker worked, because it was like a versus thing. Weren't there some other ones too? There were other rides that like it was you. Oh, Men in Black at Universal's another one, like where you're
Oh, where you come together and you can shoot
Yeah.
the other cars.
Yeah. So I think that I'd love to see more of that. That's fun. It's fun to have people interact at the park,
Mhm.
other than just walking by somebody in the queue or the midway. To actually interact in an attraction is fun.
Yeah.
So that's cool. One last thing here. I always like it when a ride has a big milestone. The Giant Dipper at Belmont Park. Which, have you been on that? I rode it about 5 or 6 years ago. I'm not sure if you've had a chance to get to Belmont Park and ride the Giant Dipper yet.
Is there a different park in San Diego? Because I did go to the pier and ride a 100-year-old roller coaster in San Diego.
That's
probably
probably
the only
it.
one.
That's the
This
only
is it
one. I'm
then.
sure that was it. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it turned 100 years old recently, and there is a video out there done by the local PBS station. A nice 5-minute video about the history of this that is worth a watch. But I love that roller coaster. It was so fun to head out there years ago to ride that. I mean, it was just for its age, it was a fun ride. It was still like a little rickety and stuff, and threw you around a little bit. But man, just to think about how many people have been on that ride over 100 years, and the beautiful setting with the beach off in the distance. Just so happy that it's still there and still giving people good rides. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm looking at the map here right now, and yes, this is absolutely the one that I rode a couple of years ago when it went to San Diego, the Giant Dipper roller coaster. This was one that I think surprised me a little bit with how fun it was. There
Yeah.
were some great turns. The color scheme, I think I remember doing a trip report live from the ground underneath the Giant Dipper. If you want to go back to the
Yes.
Coaster Radio archives and listen to it, I remember commenting on how I really liked the colors of the ride with the white and the black and the red. What was the tiki bar that I found that was also nearby?
Oh, there's some fantastic tiki bars right near there.
Not to take the conversation away
No,
from
there's
the
one of the
100-year roller coaster.
one of the best ones in the world is right there. Is it Lost Rights? Is that it, or is it? You'll have to look it up real quick. But
The grass skirt, the captain's quarters,
Last
False
Rights?
Idol.
False Idol. That's it. False Idol
Yes.
is the famous one. Yeah.
And that captain's quarters is the one that's the pirate ship.
Yes.
It's themed like you're inside of a pirate ship. That's
Oh,
right
yeah.
there. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, San Diego's a great town. Lots of homeless people, lots of poop on the sidewalks, but a great roller coaster and good tiki bars at the same time.
There you go. There you go. Just don't step in the poop, and you're all right. Yeah.
We need to get like a splash battle that can go down the streets and just like spray down the sidewalks.
Yeah. There you go. Clean up the poop. Do
I
the
don't know how that
city a solid there, man. That's good. Yeah.
A solid.
A solid.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we have one more trip report to round the things out here.
We
Mike.
do. We
Let's
do.
wrap it
Yes. One more. This is from a park that is in its last year, man. So I like getting trip reports from Six Flags America so we can hear what's going on. This is kind of a little bit of like the Sparktacular Explosiolusa last week. So let's take a listen. This was shot or recorded while some fireworks were going on at Six Flags America. Let's take a listen.
Hey, Mike and EB, this is Ben G here at Six Flags America for my 6th visit. It's July 5th, and it's their possibly last fireworks ever. And you can hear those in the background, I'm sure. But just had a great day here. Came just for a few hours this afternoon. Got to ride some of their water rides. Thankfully, I was able to dry off with my Summer of Icy beach towel.
Nice.
But got to ride some rides and got to check something off my bucket list. I've never been to the pavilions before, but they were doing a $20 VIP showing area for these fireworks.
Nice.
And it's like unlimited snacks, drinks, and stuff like that. And for $20, I got to check something off my bucket list. Having a great time. Happy Independence Day, guys.
All right. Thank you so much. So there it is. Some good sound from those fireworks back there. And I like it. For $20, you get to be in the VIP area. That's not a bad price. When at Disney, you probably got to pay like $300 to do something like that.
That's pretty great too. Also, I'm going to call in a trip report to Costa Radio and turn my back on these fireworks.
Yeah.
That says something. I appreciate that a lot.
I know, right in the middle of it, right in the middle of the best part. He's calling us. I appreciate that. That's
good.
A sacrifice, man. That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a bummer, man. I mean, imagine. I was thinking about that as I was listening to that trip report. Like they're shooting off fireworks. They're trying to make the summer as good as they can, but just to know, like that's it. When when the summer's done, that's it. Like you're not improving anything. You're not like getting the park ready for 2026. You're just like, this is it. This is the last 4th of July. Like you heard him say it, like the last fireworks probably.
Are you going to make it out there, Mike? That I think is the question on every listener's mind. Is Mike going to make it around the Beltway into Maryland to go to Six Flags America one last time? I know it's a long slog.
I know. Yeah, if I left my house right now and drove there, I could probably be there in like 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I probably need to, right? It'd be a shame not to. At least to go ride the wild one.
I feel Superman, like you could. Hey, Patreon.com/Costa Radio. We're sending you some dollars there, Mike.
Nah,
you got to make the commute. Take a long lunch, drive all the way around the Beltway, just drive over, pay your parking, dip your toe in the park. It's like when I went to San Diego and I rode the roller coaster in San Diego.
Yeah.
I also ran out on the beach and dipped my toe in the ocean.
So you could say
I
you
was
did
there.
Yes,
just because I was there.
Yep.
I feel like you have to do that this year. Just dip your toe in the park and say you were there.
All right. I will do it. I will ask somebody to go with me and I will go. It's not that I don't want to like make the trip. It's just, man, the last time I was there, and I know it was like a long time ago.
Because the park is so bad.
It was just the 2 times I've been there have just
because
been terrible.
I don't want my windshield stomped in.
Oh, it's just
literally happened, listeners. There was a group of teenagers that stomped in the windshields of a bunch of cars in the parking lot.
I remember that. I think we had audio of that, right? Like there was somebody who put that on YouTube when it was happening. Yeah, and we had audio of it. We played on the show. I'm not worried about stuff like that. It's just
this park does not deserve to stay open. I'll just say that right now. I don't care how many fireworks you're shooting off or how many wild ones you have. This park has no right to exist.
I'll say this though, I'm surprised they're not keeping the water park going because that was the truly successful.
It's the moneymaker,
park and the moneymaker of Six Flags America. I'm shocked that they're not just keeping that as a separate thing because
build a housing development around the water park and make that be a gated community with a water park.
Well, yeah, but don't they have like Cedar Fair? I mean, not Cedar Fair. Six Flags has standalone water parks.
Sure, do it.
It seems to me so strange unless that land is worth more than the park is making. That's got to be the only reason to sell it all. So just kind of strange. But I think, you know what? I think I will go. There are some good roller coasters there, even if it's just to go in and ride Superman and Roar and the wild one and call
That's more than I'm asking. I'm just saying dip your toe in it.
Dip your toe, yeah. Just walk in, yeah.
Just pay the admission price, go through the turnstile and be like, yep, okay, bye.
Yeah. On Joker's Jinx. That's a good one too.
Just turn around and go right back out.
Yeah, there you go. So walk in. I think it would be worth it at least to talk about it on the show, right? So it's good content for the show. We'll do it.
Okay. Yeah. The clock is ticking.
Yeah. So hey, we are the 20th anniversary of CoasterRadio.com. Next week, we have round 3 of our 20th anniversary game show. We're calling the Ultimate. So you will hear that next week because remember what we are doing is having 5 rounds of this game. We are getting a winner for each of these qualifying rounds. And then on the second to last show of season 20, we're going to have all 5 of those winners go head to head in a giant competition for a fantastic 20th anniversary prize here at Coaster Radio. We're basically looking for the biggest fan of this show, but also the biggest fan of theme parks and thrill rides. So that's what the game's all about.
Yeah, the ultimate. And they're going to go head to head to head to head to head. 5 champions from 5 rounds of the ultimate to find the ultimate coasterradio.com fan and the ultimate fan of theme parks and thrill rides. Next week is going to be that round 3 of 5. We will crown the round 3 champion. You need to be in all the places Coaster Radio is so that you can find out about when these live game shows are happening. You can do that by going to patreon.com/Coaster Radio and pledging your support. The $5, $10, $20 level, whatever it is that you pledge your support at, you will get the alerts, the insider information about when the live game shows are happening, plus perks and bonus content. If you go to coasterradio.com, there's an email list you can sign up on, and you can get those emails in advance of the game shows that we're having. You can also get the coasterradio.com iPhone app. Go to the Apple Store and you can download the app. There's all of the episodes of Coaster Radio. Plus, you get the push notifications when special stuff like the game shows are happening. So, Mike, there's no reason anybody should not be competing in the ultimate to find out who is the ultimate theme park and roller coaster theme park Coaster Radio fan.
Yeah, it's such a fun game, too, because it uses this really cool online system. You're playing against everybody else in real time. There are graphics happening. It's really, really great. In fact, you can go back and look at all of our episodes from this season on YouTube. Go back and look at one of the other episodes where we played the Ultimate. You can see what it's like beforehand. So a lot of fun, and we appreciate everybody who joins us and plays the game. Fantastic.
That's right. So yeah, please do check it out. It's live.coasterradio.com. Every Wednesday night, we record the episodes of Coaster Radio, but we have the game happening, game.coasterradio.com. But yeah, you have to find out about the games by finding Coaster Radio wherever Coaster Radio is, at Coaster Radio on social media. But like I said before, patreon.com/Coaster Radio is the best way. Pledge your support, $1, $5, $10. There's the Snail Mail Club. There's the Birthday Club. There's the executive producer level of coasterradio.com. If you go to patreon.com/Coaster Radio, support the show, $20 a month. We say your name on the podcast.
Yes, thanks to Alex Payne, Brian Wackler, Chris Rankin, Cincinnati Nick the Sweatshirt Guy, our friends at Club Z, the 2 bearded Coaster Chris's, CM Venom, Colton Toms, Dino, Grace, John Brody, and Josh Brown, or John Brown.
John Brown and Josh Combs, Justin Padilla, Karen Lee Howren, Kevin Wilson, Kyle Kiefer, our friends that made the thrill, Matt Walker, Michael Foucault, Nick from Paris, Paladis Reyes, Rich Barber, Rick Burnley, Shane Mankiewicz, Tom from Louisville, and Zachary Carpenter.
We also want to thank Kyle Lindner from Lindner Design Company. They specialize in branding, illustration, and small batch custom apparel. They did the brand new coasterradio.com logo for season 20. You can find them on Instagram at Lindner_design.
That's right. And if you want to get that logo on a t-shirt or on all sorts of also other fun stuff, go to the coasterradio.com t-shirt shop. It's at coasterradio.com. Scroll down, you'll find EB's t-shirt shop. There's a link to the page. And I think, did somebody mention the icy beach towel in their trip report?
Oh, yes,
I think that was fantastic. I forgot to say that and call that out. But yeah, there is a coasterradio.com beach towel at the Coaster Radio t-shirt shop. So go to coasterradio.com, find that link, and check out the merch that we've got available for you.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting one for my beach trip coming up, man. I want to have a
nice.
Coaster
It's
Radio
fancy.
towel.
It's got like tassels on the end and everything.
I know,
Check
it looks nice. Yeah, I want to lay out, tan myself, and and show off Coaster Radio at the same time. Man.
I thought you were going to mention the thong.
Oh no. That's
okay.
that's for another time, I think. Yeah,
that's for another time.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Next week, the ultimate round 3.
Cool.
Great.
All right, guys, thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and shut down the webcast and stuff. So everybody have a great night. Thanks for being here. We'll see you back here for live looking in 2 weeks. Okay. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.